What's going on, Phils and Genitals? I am Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney Justice for All. On June 22nd, 9:51 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? I did not. I didn't really think about her age that much. Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. Like, physically? I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, don't worry, you're doing great, with your sister's legacy and all that. I'm the daughter of the master, and I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Wait a second, hold on! So, Misty's been missing, what, for 16 years? So that means she's been missing ever since Maya was 2. Maya would never have known her. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. And you're innocent in that murder trial. Because we know who did it, exactly. Good morning, says Pearl. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Oh, adorable little Pearly. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Uh-oh. That's not good. Shit. Oh, what was I saying? So, is she coming to testify? I imagine they'll probably both testify. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Hey, yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? We could also get Maya to do it. Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Well, we might need Mia. Maya, could you do it? Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love! Oh no. Pearly! Not this again! See, please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. Hey, see you later then! I'll leave you to your alone time! Oh, man. Thank goodness. Hey, Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. Oh, because of her mother. Right. What do you mean? What's going on? Am I going to tell her about... Nope, we're just going to go to the trial. 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh, we were in defendant lobby number 3, but we're in courtroom number 2. Murmur. Gavel hammer. Close the decision for the trial of Maya Fey! The defense is ready, Your Honor. Once Mia gets here, let's see. Let's start this already! Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy! The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world! All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes! The famous one is me! I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago, and also loves exposition! Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country! And, wouldn't you not really be able to, I love how they specifically mention avoiding which country, whether it's Japan or the United States. Also, wouldn't you not really be able to be a lawyer in one country then move to the other? Because all the laws would be different. So you can't just directly translate. You have to go to law school all over again. Then, that's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. So, yeah, she's familiar with her presence. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Actually, going back over that editing, that section, when I was editing, I actually probably should have gone with there was a third shooter. I can't imagine that, if that was the actual wrong answer, that would have let me get this far, though. So this will work. Yes, and this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that it's from the time of the murder to the time of arrest. The defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. When was that? What? I remember. But, Miss Onkama! Then, how do you explain this picture? Are you saying, then, that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. Yeah, unconscious when Morgan carried her out of there. Bastard. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. But, no, how could, that's not possible, not before we entered the room. How do you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. But she did have a role in it. I love how she brings her tea with her. See. Witness! Name and occupation! My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? She's not the real master. Ah! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. It's a spirit severing technique! A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You, be quiet! Now, witness! Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? And we're gonna get a testimony about it, which is probably entirely fabricated. Yes, that is correct. Well, what in the world could have... Mystic Maya! She escaped from the room! Well, what? That's not possible. Or during the spirit severing technique. And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape. Alright. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police, referring to Lana. I keep, for some reason, using Mia's voice for her. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. I'll have to press that stuff. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. Aha. Except you're the one specifically trying to frame her. I guess, you know, the real answer is I'm guessing she made this all up. And, you know, she's trying to frame her without trying to make it seem like she's trying to frame her. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right! She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright! Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please! My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Alright. Well, we just gotta press things. Cross-examination might escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? That would be me and Wada. That's not going to be the right thing to press. I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. She's not foreign, she's from the heart of the Heartland. Well, she could be foreign if we're considering this to take place in Japan. I actually don't know if the location is considered to be changed from the American localization. Or the English. Yeah, American English. I guess it's a localization. It isn't just a translation. It also changes things like place names and whatnot. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. So it's, I guess, supposed to take place in America then. Say, oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English. Not to mention she looked awful. I see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Thanks. I helped, I was trying to prevent a murder. Obviously, I wasn't in time. I'm thinking, once this trial's over, you're gonna be the one getting that bill. Or there might just be no one getting the bill, because I guess it would just be... I guess Pearl and Maya would be the only ones left to run the village, huh? Or the matter, at least. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Faye? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? That is a good question. What she was really trying to do, I'm guessing, is get everyone else besides herself out of the room. If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes! That is a very good point! At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Oh, what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. We're gonna have an option to press harder, aren't we? I don't want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further, not even gonna take a stake. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? ... You must testify! Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. So you're saying Maya was too dangerous, is that what... I guess... Well, it is a valid point, exclamation point. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger. It's what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. When that pistol's hanging missing from his hand, she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? Huh. I guess she must have had to have woken up somehow. Or, what was I gonna... Well, I was gonna say, I guess... But if she had already performed the technique, then she wouldn't have the pistol in her hand anymore. But she could be referring to before that. I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Or... Okay... That's bad. Say question mark or exclamation point. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. Farmer was going to object. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant! She was covering for Maya. I'm gonna take a state here, but I'm gonna question further. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. that the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. What is she talking about? Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. I want to know now, even if she found out after the fact. Yeah, yes, very well! That's something I feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach. Now, witness, continue with what happened! Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing. However, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There was no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Worm's going to object. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Royal is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, she was knocked unconscious. She hit me in the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. Let's press it. You fainted! I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. I then almost certainly went somewhere at that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Did she come back at any point? Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? I'm gonna take a state, but I'm going to question further. Because we always question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but it is a good speculation. Otherwise, why would she knock her out just to sort of sit there? But the key one here is that this witness. Are you going to have another one? Let me guess. Edie? What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. So this was entirely a waste of time then. That's enough! From what I can tell. Excuse me. There was nothing wrong with this witness' testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. How else is it going to come back and bite us in the butt? Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes! That's exactly what we should be. Arrgh! Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. I'm guessing she's gonna say Eni. I guess it would make sense that, assuming that she was that this actually did occur, and that she was actually channeling the nurse, it would make sense for her to go visit her sister. She went to speak with someone? Or remember? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eeny Meeny, who is sleeping in the side room at the time. Eeny Meeny? What? I thought she had no idea. She said she had no idea what happened because sesame seed allergy. Well, she never made it to Eeny. I think you can see where this is headed. Yeah. Witness, name, and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Eeny Meeny. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What's this parapsychology? Let's see. It's, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. It's not my job to educate you, shitlord! Yes, sir! Now then, Miss Mimi, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Except it would actually be the nurse, but whatever. Mimi. Well, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir! She was gonna whip him if he said no. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake! This testimony after the murder. So, we should have just done this in the first place instead of wasting the last 20 minutes, but... when the channeling started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. I was it was oh my god, totally my sister. I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible, which is what? Now hold your horses, young lady! You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? She was channeling her sister, see? Really now, Your Honor, Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi. I can't say that. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness! Yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Now, please tell us what it is. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Why was it not in the testimony anyway? Do I totally, really have to? She didn't even think about what it was, did she? Because then all this happened. It's all a setup. Of course! With me, please! My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I guess I can do a ghost for this. I was drugged with sleeping pills. This is the intro to this case, I guess. I was murdered by that person. Notice we never see her face. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? We do never see her face in any... So... We do never see her face there. It is possible there's the whole switch the faces deal going on here. I don't know for sure, but it's just a theory at this point. She took her revenge! I'm sure that's what she said. Well, hypothesis rather. Yeah, yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. In which case, even if, quote-unquote, my day, it would be the spirit's fault. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, why am I using ghost voice still? However, are the evidence and testimonies put to this as the truth? Except, not all of them. The end! What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Is it just one huge lie? Yeah, probably. Of course it was, Phoenix. Yeah, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish travel. What is her obsession with that word? Huh. It's almost as bad as my obsession with C between statements. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. After the murder, cross-examination. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Let's press that. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. What? Yes, indeed! I see! I'm the only one who missed the boat here. The premonition that it was going to be a seedy day. And could we verify that there were sesame seeds on the lunches they served that day? With Morgan or something? She probably would say yes. But, just as a formality. Anyway, so we're taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? A little later, someone came in the room, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think? When was Dr. Grainberg? 11 a.m.? Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food? I thought you just ate! No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. What? Oh, I get. Wait, it's 11 a.m. or the proceedings started at 10. I mean, what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so that's what you meant. You should have been more clear about it. So sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really. Question mark? That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? The time. Never mind. Witness! About this person who entered the side room! It was oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guessed. It's your sister and you would only guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Not my sister, your sister. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm not an only child. Or second, I'm an only child. More than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. That was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi? Wait a second, she doesn't know if it was your sister. What? Oh, I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say something about the whole switching theory. Never mind. I hadn't seen her in so long. I was so happy in a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Hey, yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? She probably just didn't care. But maybe if I was, someone who didn't know about, the occult, but I, know all about the crane channeling technique? The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. She just said she didn't earlier. Yeah, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? No, of course not. I'm gonna question further. Let's take a steak first, though. Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her! You know the phrase, objection. Could you try using that once in a while, instead of your whip? Mr. Wright! This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Oh, it's nothing or it's very important. I'm gonna take a steak, but you know what? When I'm presented with an option like this, it's always important. Or almost always. It's very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright! Mr. Wright! It was me! Please amend your testimony! Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. Alright, so we're gonna have another statement. Hey, I wasn't like scared at all, and her costume looked totally like normal. Okay, I'm gonna take a state here, but I'm going to press. But it's kind of a pain in the ass to get back to this if I need to present against it. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. Mia? That's impossible! Question mark. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? What's impossible? Okay, let's press this statement. She's always something, like, totally terrible. Something terrible? What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? I don't remember. A foolish fool with a foolish seed in her brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. They actually used that line. Oh, God. Yeah, anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? I'm not gonna bother asking. I remember it. I did just hear this story. It's not like my memory is that bad. I guess it is a Nintendo game, kind of. It's Capcom, but published on Nintendo consoles, so they're probably okay using that reference. Actually, the defense is fine. Does not need to hear the story again. Very well, you may continue your testimony, Miss Meaty. Now there has to be something here I can use, but where? Excuse me. My hiccuping. Ah! Wow, that like actually kind of knocked the wind out of me? Is that weird? So he says continue your testimony, but there is nothing left. She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly. Excuse me. One step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Okay, so we're back at the beginning. The Channeling started, she was asleep in the side room. So let's go back to the other state. The one, she wasn't scared at all. Her costume looked totally normal. I mean, when we have a statement added, that's usually the thing we present against. Her costume looked normal. Wait a second! The Maya's costume, it was covered in blood. That wouldn't be normal. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video here. We'll present that tomorrow. But for now, I am Phoenix Wright, and I am out.